Busy news day. I think it's always a busy news day, but this is a special kind of a news day. So let me just wait a few moments for you, more of you to show up. Thanks for joining me. If you want to put, well, I'm going to go over the news, all the news that we pretty much know about. But if you want to ask me specific questions about anything, feel free to put them in the chat. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that my Wi-Fi works. And if it doesn't, I'll just leave and come back. Alright, let me get some cards. Let me get some pendulums. Let me get organized. And I hope you had a great day. Happy new moon in the sign of Pisces. Here we are. Moving right along, chugging right along. We have a new moon. Second one of the month. And I mean of the year. And the second month. And next week is the third month. And I had said, not long ago, I had said that I feel huge shifts for the better coming in March. And I've become aware recently that I tend to call things a little bit early. A lot of people are saying big changes in April. But I think I feel them stirring up in March. So when the sun shifted into Pisces on Saturday, I don't know if you guys felt this, but I felt a profound shift. There you are. I was looking for people in the chat, which tells me that I'm still live. Did you feel a profound shift when it was shifting from Aquarius to Pisces? Is it just me? You guys know what I mean? We had a big class for the free meditation. Oh, thank you, Carrie. That's so sweet. That's the second time today I saw "You Are Loved." So that goes out to all of you too. You are loved. There's a place not far from where I am that is kind of a rehab place, and it was good to see that. There was a card that said "You are loved." So did you feel the shift in energy? Don't be shy. Did you feel the shift in energy? I certainly felt it. Taking out my cards and putting a little more light on the subject. Isn't it? Yeah, it was a profound shift. Profound shift. I mean, truth be told, I'm not somebody who like cries easily or anything like that, but I felt like emotional. Not about anything in particular. I think it made me sad that we're losing a president who was an amazing example of, decency and niceness and kindness and selflessness, and that was kind of, he's still, Jimmy Carter's in hospice, but the passing, the end of an era is kind of moving. All right, let's see what we have for cards here. So Joe Biden is knocking it out of the park once again. Let's keep him surrounded by a shield of beautiful light. Joe Biden is amazing. Yeah, Pisces are very emotional. I know my parents and my older sister are all Pisces. So it's sad when we feel a change of an era. We're losing a lot of people we've lost most people from World War I, right, from way back then. And Jimmy Carter's 98, and so he was the kindest, sweetest person. And I think that we get a little bit afraid that kindness is not gonna Facebook has a lot of spiritual ads. Really? That's interesting. we really want to know that there are going to be more kind and wonderful people. That, you know, this isn't the end of that. So, and he had such a humble and respectful life. I mean, he's still here. He's in hospice, which means he's in the last days or hours. Strangely enough, today is also No Politics Day. Where did that come from? It's, did you just make that up, that it's No Politics Day? I hope you all got a chance to watch Church of Spirituality yesterday. I would love to have more viewers for Church of Spirituality. Just mostly because it's really uplifting. I'm picking 3 cards for the general collective to start with. We have the... Look at me trying to do things without being able to see. Hang on. We have the... I'm so funny like that. He turned down the heat at the White House and... Oh, yeah, Jimmy Carter. This is what I so admire about his presidency, Jimmy Carter's. And, you know, a lot of bad things happened back then, and he took the hit and didn't get 4 more years of the presidency. But there's a video clip of Jimmy Carter. Oh, yeah, Church of Spirituality. I had Wi-Fi issues. But I got it in. There's a video of Jimmy Carter from back in the... before Reagan got elected, and then from there it all went downhill, let's be honest. There's a clip of Jimmy Carter after he had put solar panels on the roof of the White House. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. And he was saying that, you know, solar energy is free and solar energy doesn't make us, you know, sort of like victims of enemy countries where we're so reliant on them. And he really had it going on. And then Ronald Reagan came along. And I don't know about you guys, but I never could stand Ronald Reagan. Because I must have felt how downhill democracy was going to go from there. With bringing all the, you know, money in, like free for all. So corporations basically run our elections. But anyway, so Jimmy Carter stood there and he said, solar energy is free. And there were solar panels on the roof of the White House. And Ronald Reagan took them down. He took them down. I don't know. It's kind of backwards. So I'm picking 3 cards for the collective. And I'm just adjusting some things. Hang tight. So we have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Cups. Okay. So America's having a good day. The 8 of Pentacles is being hard at work. You know, Joe Biden is working very hard at making, you know, doing the right thing, saving, to the best of our ability, saving the democracy in Ukraine, saving democracy in general. I could never understand why some thought Reagan was a great president either. He wasn't mean, you know. But meanness wasn't a thing back then, which is why I said, you know, it's so sad to lose, you know, we're in the process of losing Jimmy Carter, and he represented kindness and goodness. So let's all be kinder. You thought Reagan was mean? Well, I guess I compare him to the meanest president of all. So, I mean, professional Aquarian, think about it. You can put up there what you thought Reagan did that was mean. Because now I'm curious. What did Reagan do that was mean? I'm just saying I thought he ruined this country. So Joe Biden is working really hard at standing for democracy. Yeah, but I'm just talking about decorum, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't have good policies. But as far as... Yeah, but professional Aquarian, We've never seen meanness like we saw with the Orange Menace, right? Yeah, I mean, act nice. I don't care. It goes over better than bullying, right? So anyway, Joe Biden is working really hard at making our, democracy stand strong, and the Ten of Pentacles. I really feel that Ukraine is going to get all the help that it needs. Jeez, I didn't mean to get everybody on a downer just mentioning Ronald Reagan's name. Can we switch up the energy? I'm switching up the energy. Somebody tell a joke. Then we have a celebration card coming. I feel like this is a celebration for democracy. Yes, big difference between mean and intentionally evil. Thank you, Professional Aquarian, for shifting that. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm starting over here. I'm not liking the negativity. Start again. I need to see 3 positive things and then I'll continue. Why did turkey... What'd you say? Why did the turkey join the band? Because he had the drumsticks. All right, that's good. That's good. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Jeez. 2 peanuts walked down an alley and one was assaulted. Alright, sunshine and rainbows. I mean, honestly, I'm just gonna, because we talk here, I just want to say that we are working so hard to keep the energy up. What did one psychic say to the other? I'll show you yours if you show me mine. We work really hard. We have to really just, look for the good. That's what we strive to do here. I was just mentioning that Jimmy Carter was such a kind person, and I felt that Ronald Reagan kind of ruined this country, but I never thought that he was bullying and mean and calling people names, and then people started going on about how bad Reagan was, and I was not meaning to go there. So, I was looking for 3 positive things. I think I got positive things. Got some Reagan united Germany. I thought that was good. He tore down walls. Mr. Gorbachev, remember that? He was able to get Gorbachev to tear down the wall. Yeah, I didn't like him, but I didn't need all to hear all the bashing. Okay. So we have Pisces energy. The wealth gap expanded from... Okay, we're done with that topic. I have Love Unlimited up here because Ken Burns said... Ken Burns, we know who he is as a film documentary maker. Really great guy. Reagan and Nancy loved each other so much. Absolutely. Yeah, thank you. That was the 3rd thing I was looking for. So, Love Unlimited came from something that Ken Burns said today on Nicole Wallace's show. I'm picking 3 cards to ask a little bit more about Joe Biden's trip. You went to school with Ken Burns? Are you serious? Is he from New Hampshire? Because he said that he was at home in New Hampshire. He's a local. Okay, so this is about Joe Biden's trip in general. I feel like it's kind of a stalemate. It's kind of pushed the war into a stalemate in a way. Illuminated a lot of things. Now, I know that that we're hearing people talking about Putin, but I told you that I feel like I feel like Putin is no longer with us, and I've mentioned it before that our friend Svetlana, Corey and I have a friend who's from Ukraine, and she said that it's commonly known in Europe that Putin has many, many doubles. So I feel that he's gone. So when they say Putin, well, it's interesting because Putin's supposed to speak tomorrow. Yeah, he was in a meeting. His leg was shaking a lot. He has Parkinson's. Anyway, so there's still going to be a burden. This is about, Biden's trip. It's going to put the war in a really different kind of a place. Tomorrow. Yeah, Putin is supposed to be given some kind of a talk tomorrow, but it's not him. Just like Kim Jong-un is not the original, right? It's a different version. So I see that it's going to put the war in kind of a funny, like a little bit of a stalemate place. And the illumination is coming. And I feel like the illumination is coming like we're going to really see what bad shape Russia is in. Yeah, Putin double. Yeah, because I feel like he died like 3 weeks ago. For entertainment purposes only, this is my psychic impression that I call psychic facts. The Ten of Wands is there. There will be a lot of work to do, but I kind of feel like Russia was just pummeling, and whoever's in charge is continuing to plan to pummel. But there's something about that Biden trip that put things into a kind of a truce, kind of a stalemate. I'm going to read a little bit more about that. Now remember, I said that I saw it coming to an end soon. And I kind of end up calling things a little bit early. But, oh, the bottles are smashing already. The Nine of Swords, the Page of Wands. There will be more loss, obviously, but I feel like this more loss is more for Russia. The Page of Wands, there will be a win for Ukraine. We're going to see a win for Ukraine coming up this week. The moon is, of course, it's terribly emotional what's happening. There's a lot of pain, but I feel like there's more loss in Russia than Ukraine. I don't know if that's like statistically, factually true. Okay, let's grab the pendulum real quick. Let's grab this pendulum. Is the war on Ukraine going to end within months? Is a war on Ukraine going to end relatively soon? It's going to end relatively soon. And we know how time goes. Will it end this month? Will it end next month? I really think it's soon. I don't feel like it's as far away as June. And full disclaimer, when people were asking if Russia was going to attack Ukraine, many psychics didn't see it. Hello, Rose Flower, just joined the chat. Good to see you. Okay, so on another note, but they're all related, I'm going to take a look at what the POF, the Party of Fascists in the United States, I'm going to take a look at what the POF, like the Marjorie Taylor Greens and the Matt Gaetz and I just said Kevin McCarthy, it just popped in, the Mark Meadows, you know what I mean, those people, Boebert, you know who I mean, how they're doing with this. 2 days ago they bombed almost all of the Russian ships in Crimea. Well, that's interesting. Thanks for that information. Because I was just picking up that Russia is like losing a lot more than Ukraine is. So I'm going to look at how the Party of Fascists in the United States, we know who they are doing right now in light of that Biden was in Ukraine and is now in Poland, and it's a show of strength. how the, oh wow, this is interesting. So let me just clarify the question was, how is the party of fascists doing? Because I don't call them the GOP and I don't call them Republicans. And let me just say something before I answer that question about how the party of fascists, meaning the Marjorie Taylor Greens and so on and so forth, that club, how they're doing. But I am silly me. Okay, this is what I want to say about a particular topic. People keep on bringing up Joe Biden's age. Let me tell you something. It's a little bright. Let me tell you something. Jimmy Carter, in his 90s, was building houses for Habitat of Humanity. Okay? Joe Biden is a president for these times. He's done what no other person, I believe, could have ever done. Let's think about it. I am really up to here with people saying, I mean, it's because about his age, because it's like, why are we not looking at his competence? Why are we not looking at the historic things that he has achieved in just over 2 years? Why are we not looking at the fact that he put NATO back together? He really did. Why are we not looking at the fact that he's created more jobs than there have been higher job creation numbers in 60 years? Why are we not looking at we finally get our infrastructure? Why are we not looking at, we're going for health care, we're going for low prices of insulin. Why are we not looking at the things that Joe Biden is doing? And here's the other thing. There are people in positions of power that are they're keeping on going. They're not retiring. They're keeping on going. They're using their brilliance. They're using their expertise. They're using their amazing experience to make the world a better place. Just like Jimmy Carter, right? The reason I'm going on about it is because it's almost getting to the point of like, how many times do they say the name Trump, right? How many times do they say, yeah, I don't care if he was 150 years old. Thank you, Elizabeth. I saw Bernie Sanders on a news program from yesterday, and he looks great, and he's 80. So it's incredible. We live in a time that people will be productive into their 80s and 90s. Seriously, when you're that old, do you want people talking about you that way? And Trump is not that much younger. And I always point out, Louise Hay, the late, great Louise Hay, who did her work and went on tour. She was the self-help spiritual guru of self-love, and she was working until she was in her mid-90s, and she passed away in her mid-90s. She was still on tour. Phew. You got me on my soapbox, and now I'm ranting. And it's just because I'm so tired. When they start bringing up his age on the news, I shut it off. This is about, there's a shift. This is about the party of fascists, that segment, the party of Putin lovers. They used to be called the GOP. That party that used to be called the GOP. I have the justice card for them. So don't ever be saying to me that, Joe Biden is too old. Jeez. Teresa, some news is good. So there's some good news. The magician. Okay, so the people that are on Putin's side that are holding seats in our government, that's starting to, their look is starting to look kind of bad. And there's a change of fortune. Yeah, there's a change of fortune. That would mean you're too old also. You guys are funny. Okay. Just for the sake of people that watch this later, I'll pay attention to what questions I'm asking. This is about the Party of Fascists. They need to shut up about age. That's absolutely true. And plus, in this time, there will be developments of nutrition, and I mean you'll be productive till you're in your mid-90s. Yeah, you got nailed for it, silly me, but at least I brought your perspective to a different perspective. So it looks bad for the Party of Fascists because the Justice card came up, the Magician card came up, there's a sleight of hand that's going to happen for them, and the Wheel of Fortune is a change of their fortune, not for the good. And since I keep bringing up the topic of how old, people are, Maria's got a friend that just turned 98 years young a few days ago. She has a mind that's sharp as a tack. Yeah, how about this? Some people age beautifully. I'll tell you a quick story. The Sadhguru talks about how he got into yoga, and how he got into yoga was, here's Sadhguru. It was Mahashivaratri this Saturday. He says that when he was a boy, they used to do stupid things like climb down into a well, like a water well that was dry. And when he was a boy, I guess this is how they played in India. And they would climb in and then climb out. That was a game that they did, and it was really difficult. And this old man came by one day and he said, I can do that. Jumped into the well and climbed back out. And Sadhguru, who was Jaggi, said, I want to know how you're able to do that. And it was about that the old man who jumped into the well and was able to climb out was a yogi. He did yoga. So I hope that my rant tonight has encouraged you all to stop talking about Joe Biden's age, for God's sake. I'd vote for him again. I would vote for him again. I trust him. Joe Biden has earned my trust. Let's read 3 cards. There are very few things she can no longer do at 69. And I saw in a Runner's World magazine, this article really stuck with me. There was a man there's a race every year in New Hampshire at Mount Washington, and which is about 4-hour drive from here. So there's a race where they go up the mountain, like perpendicular. And there's a man that's 99 years old. That I'm sure he's passed away by now because it was a few years ago. He would climb the mountain every year. 99 years old. My dad's turning 89 next week, next Wednesday. This is about Joe Biden. He knows he's doing the right thing. The universe, he has the support of the universe. This is Joe Biden. And the star, this is about the United States. He's on a good path. Joe Biden's on a really good path. I didn't mean to rant about age tonight, but oh well, I just kind of go with the vibe. He's on a good path. The universe is supporting him. Justice was there too. Kamala Harris did, in one of her speeches, she said that Russia has committed crimes against humanity. Rant. That was my rant. I didn't plan to go on an age rant, but I most certainly did. Joe Biden is not too old to do the job. It'd be different if he hadn't proven himself, but he has proven himself. All right. So, the latest... Yeah, Teresa's saying there's a sign that says Trump 2024. I know. And let me just talk about that. Yeah, the age thing is annoying, Damon, isn't it? Let's get people to break that habit. There's a house that I walk by every single day, and for years, well, every day I go this certain direction. For years, this house has had a Trump flag flying. And every single time I walk by it, every single time I walk by this Trump 2024 sign, I kind of pick up on the vibe, and I just want them to take it down. And I think that more and more people that, when you see the contrast, thank you for saying you don't mind my rant. When you see the contrast, Trump flags are coming down by you. I mean, do you really want to look like you're with the idiot mentality of like thinking that Trump was pro-America? I mean, I think he's proven it by now. And throw up in your mouth. It's disgusting. But let's ask about that. Let's ask if more and more people that were Trumpsters are actually turning a corner. Because the contrast is striking. You've been sending diamond light into a local Trump flag and its stand is collapsing. I love it. I love it. I think that's great. I think that's really great. I heard a story one time about like some chiropractic office, and there was a tree outside the door, the front door, and people would feel like, you know, they'd come in, they'd be so stressed. And so one day the receptionist said, "Oh, we have a new idea. Every time you come in for your appointment, leave your worries on this tree that was on the way in the front door." It's just a story I heard. After a while, the tree died. True story. After a while, the tree. Well, I don't know if it died completely, but it started to die. So, Professional Aquarian was just saying that she imagines a diamond light taking down the Trump flag, and it started this. The pole started to fall apart. Yeah, we have to pray for people that are ignorant. We really do. If only that they won't be so ignorant, because it's destructive. It's very, very, very damaging. By the way, you might find it uplifting to listen to. Nicole Wallace had a really good show this afternoon. I happen to have the day kind of off today. It's a holiday, you know, called The Exorcist. And so Nicole Wallace had Sebastian Younger on, who I highly admire. Catch that clip. It's really good. He's written some really amazing books. So, let's move to the topic of dancing. You're not going near any of their properties. Don't be afraid. Let's go to, speaking of the Trumpsters. Nicole Wallace had a great show today, and it was long, and I got to catch a lot of it. It was really good, and that's where I got this love multiplied, because that's what Ken Burns was saying. I think he said he has a flag that says that, so pretty cool. So you heard it here, or maybe you've already heard it. We always call on Archangel Michael. We'll get to that too. Kevin McCarthy handed over. Let me see if I have it written down. Kevin McCarthy, they're looking real bad. It was found out that Kevin McCarthy sent 30,000 hours or more. I think it's more now. 30,000 hours of surveillance tape from the Capitol on January 6, 2021. He handed it off to none other than I thought the number went up. Tucker damn Carlson. It's a new moon. You might be in for a few rants. You guys can rant too. I had seen in my mind's eye, and I've said it a few times, a while back, I saw Kevin McCarthy on surveillance camera showing the insurrectionists around in my mind's eye. He doesn't have a right to do that. And, well, there's a lot of things that they don't have rights to do that they've been doing. Why he gave him that why he gave them to Tucker Carlson, well, think about it. What would Tucker Carlson do with those? And Fox has had a lot of viewers. I can't believe he did it either, but we've seen McCarthy not staying in his seat. People are livid. So they wanted to use it not only as a distraction. Let's think this through. If Kevin McCarthy's handing over 41,000 hours of surveillance tape, video of January 6th, handing them over to Tucker Carlson, let's play a little game here. What do you think? Tucker with an F, yeah, I know. What do you think he would use them for? What do you think Tucker Carlson would use them for? To skew the story. Nobody answered me. Can you believe it? Kevin McCarthy is in so much trouble. And this coupled with, yes, place and dice, exactly. This coupled with Fox being called out for lying to the point of inciting a violent insurrection and being on trial about this. People, we're just getting started. We're just getting started. I mean, you know, in America, with all this that's going to be happening. That was the entire day on January 6th. I think the 41,000 figure. Oh, did you have a nice walk with your dog, Liz? I think the 41,000 hours is counting all the cameras. Like collectively, it's that many hours. I mean, like if you have one camera multiplied by how many surveillance cameras do you think are in the Capitol? There's a lot of evidence on those surveillance cameras. A lot. Including Josh Hawley flying through the air. How did Kevin get the tapes? I don't know that. Don't know how they got the tapes. How he got the tapes. What are some ideas? Does Kevin McCarthy have the surveillance video because he stole them? He didn't steal them. Did he just simply have access to them? He had access to them. Tucker's staff is in the Capitol viewing and copying at will. Yeah, I think this story just broke. Maybe the January 6th committee set him up. I'll have to kind of toss it around in my mind. Kevin McCarthy is the head administrator of the physical building. Yeah, I kind of feel like he just had access to them. Let's see what's going to happen with that. Oh my, oh my, oh my. There's so much news. What's going to happen with that with Kevin? We're going to find out that there are more secrets. Yeah, he was an administrator then, but I was kind of getting a psychic impression that it was after he became speaker, after he got some kind of a title. Yeah, that's what I was feeling when you said it. There are more secrets. There are more things that we don't know about. Maybe a pass. Oh, Kevin fired the Capitol architect last week. Oh, yeah, he planned that. There are more secrets. They're holding secrets about Kevin McCarthy. This is justice. 3 of Cups. This is us celebrating. Welcome back, Rondaroo. This is us celebrating that we now have their secrets. The ones they were trying to hide. Biden fired the architect. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's true. I heard something about it. Well, anyway, that got a little convoluted, but I think the architect and Kevin McCarthy were in cahoots. That's what I pick up. All right. Wow, man, what a day, huh? So, we feel, is justice coming this week? Yeah, the architect was a Trumpster. I'm not really sure what role the architect played. It wasn't, obviously it wasn't the name, the architect of the Capitol, it's not actually like, obviously the Capitol is already built, so I don't know what the job description is, but there was definitely something illicit going on there. Is Kevin McCarthy going to be unseated because of this? I'm picking up a yes. Wow. Wow. We haven't seen McCarthy keeping his seat for very long. That's. I get that he's going to be unseated. Does anyone else using the... Oh yeah, that's right about the Capitol architect. He got caught using personal vehicles. Yeah. He wasn't even an architect. Yeah, well, look at how many people Trump had on his, how many of his cohorts had no experience. Yeah, some of the Capitol, yeah, because, there was corruption. There were also Trumpsters in Secret Service. No, he wasn't qualified. I don't think anyone that Trump had around him was really qualified, the ones that he appointed. Not many. Yeah, you get the Three of Cups. I know. I'm getting that Kevin McCarthy will be unseated, and that's going to be that's going to start the dominoes. Woo! Every Tuesday night, you must join us. And also at the beginning of Church of Spirituality, not very far in, we have a prayer for a healed America. And we do a guided meditation visualization called 20 on Tuesdays every single Tuesday in a Zoom meeting. We usually have a lot of people for that group where we visualize a healed America. Every Tuesday I lead you through a guided meditation. Join us. Go to, oh yeah, Trump had the best people of everything, right? Go to psychicannetbeyond.com to sign up for 20 on Tuesdays. And our Grassroots of Democracy group has a website now, grassrootsofdemocracy.com. So please join us. We are working so hard to save our democracy. Thank you, LB. Okay, let's take a look at, we're going to look at 3 cards about our Kevin. Our Kevin. Always love domino. It feels like dominoes. It's going to be... I'm just seeing it. I am just seeing Kevin McCarthy completely flustered, turning red, tripping over his tongue, not even knowing what to say. Oh my goodness. This is not good for Kevin. It's a balancing act for him. For some reason, I get Kamala Harris. When I think about Kevin McCarthy, I'm getting Kamala Harris lately, who was a prosecutor. Someone new told which windows were not double pane. Yeah, I think... Yes, I feel like forking over the January 6th coverage is the reason that McCarthy gets unseated. This reading tonight is getting intense. Is it because... Yes! Yes! Oh, I didn't mean playing the game dominoes. I just mean, when you line them up and you know what I mean. I don't have to explain that, right? Yeah, someone's coming knocking on Kevin McCarthy's door. He's trying to do this balancing act. This is a humana, the Jim Jordan thing. I don't think he'll stomp his foot like a kid. I think he's going to want to disappear. Queen of Pentacles, I'm picking up Kamala Harris there. There's a lot of strong people that were on the January 6th committee too. I'm asking the Pendulum, am I picking up on Kamala Harris? Yeah, well, if she's one, The FBI is watching Kevin McCarthy. Yeah, it's more than the FBI that's watching Kevin McCarthy. Jack Smith is watching Kevin McCarthy. Wow. Yeah, everyone in that train is looking more and more like, duh, absolutely, Rhonda. I totally agree. They're the ones that chose to be traitors. So they earned what they have coming for them. And, you know, when we think about Jimmy Carter and how that was like the picture of a decent human being compared to them, we get perspective. Kamala must know. I really, Jamie Raskin is furious. I did, actually, now that you mention that, I'm going to read to you, because I do screenshots now, since my phone does that. When I see a headline on the news, I'm going to read you what Jamie Raskin said. Let's see. This is what Jamie Raskin said. This is from MSNBC earlier. McCarthy giving 40,000 hours of January 6th tape to a pro-Putin journalist is an astounding ethical collapse, says Jamie Raskin. What security precautions were taken to keep this from becoming a roadmap for a 2024 insurrection? Why isn't it available to all media and public? Smell the MAGA propaganda coming. Wow. This could take down Kevin McCarthy. Let's ask, is that what's going to be the thing? Is this what's going to take? The guides just said foolish pride. Yep. This is what's going to take him down. I think it's immediate. Is it immediate? It's immediate. This takes down Kevin McCarthy. You guys still there? Go, Jamie, go. Oh, yeah. Jamie, you know, one thing about Jamie, he's fighting, cancer. Jamie Raskin is fighting cancer. He is not, there's not going to be anything that he does here that doesn't have great intensity. Great intensity. It's time to save our democracy. Wow. I'm going to read about Marjorie Taylor Greene. All right, I'm reading about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Warren, I saw your question. What do you think? Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to try to run away. She's going to try to run away. There's too much dirt on Marjorie Taylor Greene. Too much. This looks like it's really easy. Your pendulum is answering me? Who hangs over your head? Over your desk? Oh, your pendulums. Like, who's hanging over your desk? Yeah, it's time. I see a lot of weeding going on too. This is about Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's going to be trying to get away. She's going to be trying to get away. Yeah, I mean, Warren was just asking, is he going to beat is Jamie Raskin going to beat cancer? And it's like, when somebody has that much zest for life, come on, let's surround him with healing. The Ace of Pentacles, there's a very, very, very strong case against Marjorie Taylor Greene. This is really getting Americans very upset. Maybe she'll flee on a balloon. Yeah, she's going to try to run away. Damon, I'm not saying that she'll succeed at that. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves. It's getting hot in here, so I'm going to open the window. Because of all these, all this energy now. I think the heat just kicked on. Okay, so, jeez peas Louise. Yeah, so we're surrounding Jamie Raskin in white light, you know, and you know it's fun. It reminds, yes, Jack Smith will indict her. Yeah, and the other person who has love multiplied around him is Fetterman. Lots of love around him. It's powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. Is Lauren Boebert going to be in trouble? So if you miss Nicole Wallace, just go to YouTube. Lauren Boebert's in big trouble too. And I see a big smile on Joe Biden's face. I see a big smile on Joe Biden's face. Like democracy wins, democracy wins, democracy wins. Okay. Matt Gaetz. I said Matt Gaetz the same time that Warren just posted Matt Gaetz is also in trouble. So I guess you just answered the question. Yeah, he's in trouble. Yeah, Nicole Wallace had a great show today. Somebody else did see it. Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz is kind of at his wit's end. Matt Gaetz has kind of gotten, he was in a jam. He got out of it temporarily. Matt Gaetz did. And the United States against Matt Gaetz is what I'm getting here. And the Knight of Wands, this is evidence against Matt Gaetz. They have the receipts. There's evidence everywhere. 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 I feel like democracy is on the brink of winning. Because I mean look at, like, if they've gotten these, if they got a hold of, I mean, thank God for the good press, the good media, the good reporters. I said Jamie Raskin would be okay. Yeah. The good reporters. Be grateful that this came out. You watch Fair and Balanced, and he said that sometimes I watch Fair and Balanced too. I like his handle on YouTube. They said they have tons and tons on him. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Joe Biden's got a great grin, doesn't he? He's a great president. Midas Mighty. We're the Midas Mighty. Join Midas Touch. We're working on, subscribe to Midas Touch. We're working on getting in cahoots with some of these high rollers in terms of groups on YouTube channels. Democracy dies in darkness. Yeah, thank God for these reporters. And you know what? I wanted to remind everybody too. If you ever get like, oh no, these things that are happening are terrible, I want everybody to think about this for a second. When the presidential election happened in 2020, it was like COVID was raging. Remember? That's when Trump got COVID and almost died. In January of 2020, an election year, in January of 2020, like in February 2020, what happened? Trump was on the way to winning. There's no way, because he had all the Trumpsters convinced, and Fox was just full on Trump every day, right? And what happened? This is not, we had nothing to do with it, right? But COVID came. And that is what made Trump not win the election. The reason I'm bringing that up is because there was some other force at work, because if Trump would have been reelected if it weren't for COVID. I'm just saying, isn't it interesting how the universe works, right? Yeah, oh yeah, it's not a psychic prediction. It is what would have happened. And January 6, 2021, for all the planning that they did, all all the bases that they covered. It should have worked, it didn't work. Let us thank our lucky stars and angels. Honestly. Speaking of Trump, let's see how he's doing. Please hit the thumbs up if you haven't already, if you're having a good time. I think I might have a tip jar in my description, I'm not sure. This is Trump. This is Trump. Oh my God. This is Trump right now. So let's not be complaining about anything. This is Trump right now. What a mess. PsychicAnnetteDion.com. This is the United States winning. The star card keeps coming up tonight. The star card has to do with democracy and the United States winning. Oh, we should read on Pence, huh? Pence, the guides are just showing me Pence is going to just fade away. But the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords, this is about Trump. This is bad for him. And I feel like it's bad for Trump because I feel like those 41,000 hours of surveillance video is incriminating for him. For Trump. Must be, right? Truth and the light will always prevail. That's the spirit! You get the bell. That's the spirit. Well, Damon, Damon saying that you thought COVID would help us love each other more, yet we're still bombing each other. You don't know that. That's not factual. You know what I mean? Pence faded away the minute. Oh, you love my songs and my singing voice? Oh, thank you. You're so sweet to say that. Is Trump going to drop out of this campaign? It looks like, well, it's kind of like, Marjorie Taylor Greene's voice, I know, it's really bad. It's really hard. Hi, Nuru. Is Trump going to be forced to stop campaigning for president? Is he going to be forced? It looks like yes. Will Trump unalive? What's unalive? What's unalive? I don't know what that means. Did you just make up a word just there? Alright, well, it looks like he's not going to continue campaigning. Oh, you don't think Trump will live long enough? When I look at it, the campaign trail, this is what I see. My guides give me this vision. Trump's going down the campaign trail and he gets knocked off. You know what I mean? He just gets knocked off course. Yeah, the universe will take him out of the race. That's what I'm getting. That's exactly what I'm getting. So let's just look at more about that. Justice and Trump. Justice and Trump. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. These cards indicate, yeah, this is the law. I've been getting a lot of pages about, the prosecutors, and they're showing up as pages a lot. The Knight of Wands. This is the DOJ. It's huge. The DOJ is huge. And the Hierophant represents the Constitution of the United States. So that's what Trump is up against. Let's pull 3 cards about how the Trumpsters are going to react. Alright, so let's look at how they're going to react with Trump being indicted. I mean, and let's remember too, I don't remember if we talked about this. Let's see. I think we did. Yes, on Friday. The Proud Boys, yeah, we did talk about it. Proud Boys wanting to subpoena Trump. Tip jar wouldn't take your card. Oh, sorry. Don't worry. I mean, we'll get the quirks worked out. I didn't think you needed a card for tip jar. There's PayPal if you really feel compelled. I don't want to keep you from donating. There's PayPal on my page, PsychicAnnetteDion.com. It pops right up. Trump was supposed to go to Ohio about the train wreck. I know, I heard that, and I was like, what? Why? The Proud Boys, I picked up, and I did talk about this on Friday, I picked up in the past that there would be a time when the Proud Boys would go after Trump. I don't mean like violently, I just mean they would not be friends with Trump anymore. And that's what's going on. And Jack Smith, I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but to Jack Smith, this is small potatoes. Thanks for coming on, Professional Aquarian. Maybe we'll see you Wednesday. Don't they have enough toxic waste in Ohio right now? Oh, joke there. I mean, we're not joking about what happened in Ohio, but they have enough toxic waste, they don't need Trump. That was just making light of it, I guess. Anyway, so we're going to take a look at Proud Boys. I think that they're not going to be friends anymore, put it that way. We're going to ask about that. Trump has health issues, and with continuing pressure from indictments, yeah, I think every single psychic has seen Trump being very ill at the end, towards the end. This is about Proud Boys. Boy, we're getting a lot of Two of Swords tonight. Let's ask the guides what that's about. Okay, this is what this is about. We keep on getting the Two of Swords because these are two forces colliding. This is what the energy that we're in right now. And it almost reminds me too of that I know, and I'm going to ask Professional Aquarian about this. I know that Pluto's about to go into Aquarius. I think it might be next week. And that's why I keep on getting this. It's like Aquarius is the lightning bolt, is the Tower card, is shocking everything. You know, like catapulting something. It's like kind of getting whacked upside the head, and you're in a different place, right? So this is what's going on. Things are being shaken up in a brand new way. So this is about Proud Boys and Trump. Trump is going to try to play nice with them, but that ship has already sailed. Trump is looking, oh, how can I appease them? How can I appease them? And the Two of Cups, no, it's not. The Two of Swords Trump wants to be in a good light with the Proud Boys, but that's what he's wishing for. It's not going to work. And it's going to be an exercise in futility. Well, they didn't reinforce the regulations from the Obama era because Trump took them away. And I guess, when I think about it, the Biden administration had so much on its plate. It probably didn't. We don't think that Trump is going to Ohio. It probably didn't. They probably just didn't get to it. I think I think that the regulations, the safety regulations, were on the radar, but I think that they just hadn't gotten to it, and maybe hope for the best, But Trump took away the safety regulations. Over 700 jailed from the insurrection already. Yes, and I agree. Somebody just said Saturn enters Pisces on March 7th. Saturn and Pisces. I'm trying to think of what that would... That could actually be a call for us to really get all spiritual. Oh, did we have a troll? I missed it. Thank you to Rhonda Ruth. Thank you so much. Pluto enters Aquarius 323. Thank you for the info, Warren Green. They're proud of being ignorant. I think the days of being proud to be ignorant are leaving. I do. Somebody wrote up there, Proud Boys. They're not men. They're boys. Good night. Dancing in the Street is leaving. Have I been here too long? Oh, okay, Betty. Thank you for letting me know about that. There is a tip jar. She's in the UK. Okay. What am I leaving out? Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm going Saturn and Pisces. If Saturn would be, learning. I mean, to me, what I get about Saturn going into Pisces soon is that Saturn is like kind of like the rules and the discipline. It's like we got to get on top of our spiritual disciplines. And just, true to form, I've been sort of teaching people how to get into a meditation practice. And thanks to all of you who came to the free meditation on Saturday. It was a huge group. And I really do appreciate that you came. Because we need more people to be meditating. Saturn will rack anything that's not on stable footing. Yeah, well, what I'm seeing is because it's going into Pisces, and Pisces is to me, it's the most spiritual sign of the zodiac, right? Oh yeah, thank you, Betty, for letting me know that. That's why I'm glad you told me that the tip jar isn't broken. Because, I need to start making some money, and I've had nobody except one person booked a reading for this week. I don't know why. I don't know why. Talking to the guides about it, and the guides are saying because they want me to teach more classes. Yeah, well, it doesn't... You think of Pisces being more about emotion, but don't you think that spirituality is emotional? It's all in the same ball of wax, right? Thank you, Maria. Maria enjoyed the meditation class. And unbeknownst to me, like I told the class, I didn't know that I was holding a meditation class on a new moon in the most spiritual sign of the zodiac, and it was Mahashivaratri in India. It was crazy. Okay, we don't. Fireside Psychic, I'm going to put you in timeout if you do that. Warren just called the meditation class a medication class. I don't give any power to people saying they don't have enough. I don't want to think of them that way. I don't want to send energy into that kind of, situation. I wish abundance and love and light and lots of money. No, it's okay. It's okay. You just disempowered yourself. And I don't want you to disempower yourself by saying that I can't even, you know what I mean? Just trying to help you. I'm doing my best to help. We know that everything that's required is being provided for you. Okay? Kind of strict about that. Yeah, good. See? Good job. Love and light. There's plenty of money in the world. You just have to stop closing the door to it by saying I don't have any. I'll do a class on that. Who am I reading on next? Putin. Not Putin. Whoever's sitting in for the deceased man. We are all here for a reason. We have life contracts. Yes, that's true. Very, very true. Words and thoughts matter. So we're going to send Fireside Psychic lots of good thoughts. Watch Church of Spirituality. That'll help. And next month is going to have something to do... The theme will have something to do with money. But February, it's had to do with love. God love. Oh, I'm reading about what's going on. Yeah, it's not Putin. You are what you speak, exactly. Oh, good. She watched the last 3 weeks. You get a bell. Watch them all. Watch all the Church of Spiritualities. Oh, now Nurse Charlie Blue just did it. Do I have to give you a lecture? Okay, Damon's looking for someone to make it rain money, and the nurse... No, don't say it. Just take advantage of all the free stuff I offer. Really. This is about Putin. The law is coming down on whoever this Putin dude is. The King of Swords. Yeah. I actually see trials for war crimes because I have this. Yes, you see the 2,000 for your treatment for the next 2 weeks coming to you. Yes, now we're talking. And you have all these people in the chat that are going to wish that for you. I was Fairyland? Yeah, that's one of my favorite quotes from that Richard Bach book, Illusions. Argue for your limitations, and sure enough, they're yours. So as far as Russia goes, I actually see whoever is posing as Putin, that they're calling Putin, having to be on trial for war crimes. Yes, we're sending them healing light. Yes, definitely. I think that, President Carter and Rosalind, they've been married for 75 years. Amazing. Carrie says it works. You're proof. I'm proof too. I am living proof that abundance talk and speaking works. I would never promote something that I didn't know was really genuinely something that worked. And I was kind of thinking about authenticity today. I was thinking about people that are really authentic. I do have money. I do have money. I do have money. 75 years. Yeah. Rosalind and Jimmy Carter were married 75 years, and I think she'll probably go not soon after, because that's how it goes. That's how it goes. I mean, it's like Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash and George H.W. Bush and Barbara Bush. It's when they've been together that long, one goes after the other usually. So, yeah, see, now you're getting all kinds of good ideas about how to create abundance and prosperity. See, what a beautiful group. Since my guides are telling me to teach more, I'll probably have to do a prosperity class. Sharon, my mantra is, I have everything I need. How about adding and more to that, right? Louise Hayes videos. Look at all the beautiful suggestions. Beautiful suggestions. Fireside Psychic, it looks like you're kind of going down that road again. Let's look at what the direction America is going to be going. Yeah, half of oneself is gone. When people have been together that long, their whole life is about each other. Everyone, please wish Tangy 0906 a new roof. Okay. Bling! This is my magic wand that I invented. Bling! You have a new roof. I made this from a stick that I got in Maine, and I had this little crystal. I think Bond Blue sent me this crystal. So I'm blinging you up. Bling, 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 bling. You have money. Lots of money. I made it myself. Lots of money. I can feel it. Count your blessings. Wow, I like this. I like this game. I feel like we have other really important things to read about, and okay, let's do this. I watched a program. I go visit my folks, and they have the TV on. I've been enjoying the science. I look like Glenda the Good Witch. That's right, Glenda had a one. So there's this program on the Science Channel, and they were talking about Apollo 8. Wish Sarah a new porch. They were doing a science program about well, first it was a show about UFOs, and then the next program was about Apollo 8. And Apollo 8 was the moon mission in which they got the first pictures of planet Earth from the moon. It was really moving. See if you can catch the Science Channel on cable. It was really moving, and what money comes to me from expected and unexpected places. I love that one. It was really moving. I mean, remember, we didn't know what the Earth looked like from space, and there was a first picture of the Earth from the moon. And after that, the war in Vietnam ended. There were so many people demonstrating for so many things. And the first Earth Day happened shortly after that. When people got a whole different perspective. And I was talking not too long ago about that Hubble, telescope camera out there, and how when you look at pictures of what's out there in the universe, the photo is called the Blue Planet. And right after that photo became public, that's when we had a massive movement to save the Earth. You received... Oh, you got the book Karma by Sadhguru. Yeah, interesting. yeah, so the war in Vietnam ended shortly after that, and there's this huge movement. At that time, LA had so much smog you couldn't even see LA, and the fish were dying. Not that those things aren't still happening, but Richard Nixon signed the EPA. He created the Environmental Protection Agency. So see, people, I mean, it's through the difficulties that we get better. I know it's not easy, but we do. I'm going to pick 3 cards about the direction that America will be going in. You know, just like over the next few months. What are we going to see? We're going to see the missed opportunities that we had. In America, we're going to notice that we've missed some opportunities to make this country better. But the Knight of Swords is always Jack Smith. The Knight of Swords is coming in. Justice is happening. I feel like that we come to a time in America. This is just like the next few weeks in America. We are moving forward. We are. We have to know that. And to see Joe Biden in Ukraine today was really big. It was a big deal. I kind of got the sense when he was with Zelensky and he had just greeted him and his wife, and the alarms, the sirens are going off. If you watch the news today, you've seen it. They've shown it a bunch of times. And I got this really strong sense that Biden was really frightened, because that's a very frightening scenario. The bombs could come any minute. He sneaked himself into Ukraine. It's amazing. And I got the sense that he was really frightened, but he was being courageous, and I felt like he was thinking about Bo. Life is a roller coaster, that's for sure. I'm going to talk about grassroots of democracy in a few minutes. The King of Pentacles, this is Joe Biden. Remember a week or so ago I said I had a vision of Joe Biden's numbers being up in the 70% range? This is Jack Smith. So in the next few weeks, we're going to see what we should have seen coming. I mean, in the past. I remember when 9/11 happened, that one of my first thoughts was, we were being kind of stupid. I mean, just in terms of how did that happen? We were being, America was being too trusting. And we're a young country, we're a young democracy, and the whole scheme of things. And we can get into this place of, oh, everyone will be nice, that'll never happen, right? But we have to pay attention. Life is a highway. So it looks good over the next couple of weeks. Life is a highway. Who sings that? It looks, what I'm seeing is that we start to appreciate, over the next few weeks, we're going to start to really appreciate America. And remember, I've been getting all those lover cards. Not as many tonight. You guys are all kind of singing in the chat. Music lifts the soul. That's, you know what? When I feel like I just want to peace out, mellow out, I just play the piano and sing, or play my guitar, and it really works. Learn an instrument, or just sing, or something. I know, now I'm going to have an earworm. That song's going to be stuck in my head too. Sing something else real quick. Think of a Weird Al song. Okay, ask me a question. We have a few more minutes. Biden's visit was a shot in the arm. It really... Was that Allman Brothers? That wasn't the Allman Brothers. No, that wasn't the Allman Brothers. Fireside Psychic says she plays the keyboard. So I want you to play a little number and call it, this is my abundance song. I am, yes, Maria. I'm going to read it because it's beautiful. I'm so happy that President Biden is being recognized for being the best president by caring about we the people and preserving our democracy. Yay! Yeah, Fireside Psychic has the perfect tool to alleviate stress. She plays the piano. I would know. I play the piano at my church's spirituality too and sing, so and you can sing along. You sing my chants during your morning bike rides. You just made my day. Tom Cochran, Life is a Highway. Yeah, I know it wasn't the Allman Brothers. Your daughter told her teacher you were an opera singer? That's funny. DeSantis has a book coming out. Oh yeah, that I knew there was somebody we had to read on. Wow, Carrie manifested a move to Belize. Good for you. And Sandy sings to her dog about how great she is, and sing to yourself about how great you are too. Pluto goes into Aquarius March 23rd. I got the info on that. Oh, you listen to Allman Brothers for road trips. That's all road trip music. That's road trip music. Okay. Let's read about DeSantis. Let's just read about how DeSatan, how he's doing. The fireside psychic is a boy, Annette. Oh, you're a boy? I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to tell. I think that people that read cards, I think the majority of people that read cards are females. Sorry. I was assuming. Welcome to the psychic community. If I had $1 million, that's a good one. DeSatan. I dropped a card. Hang on. It seems like, oh my goodness. I guess we're going to have to read a few cards on DeSatan. You know you're a man. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm happy to know that there's a male tarot card reader or psychic in the chat. I think that's way cool. There are others, but not as many. Yeah, do Fireside Psychic, do you do readings for, like, as a profession? Just curious. I love your handle, too. Ron DeSatan. There's a lot of evidence coming up against Ron DeSatan. He's pulling the wool over everybody's eyes. It's going to be very challenging for him. You do readings for free? You could charge. You know, it's got to be, there's got to be a flow. Thank you, Jean. Bathrobe Danny and also Johnny, a Tarot's apprentice. Yeah, I mean, and then there's Scott Allen. Yeah, I guess throughout my life, psychics have mostly been female. All right, this is Ron DeSatan. Very challenging. This is really challenging. He's trying to, he's actually deluding himself. Yeah, start out charging just like a love offering, and then I like the Fireside Psychic. It makes me feel like I want to have a fire and read by the fire. Ace of Pentacles. There's a lot of evidence coming up against Ron DeSatan. Burdens, unconstitutional stuff that he's doing as we start rebuilding our Constitution. And the Queen of Cups. Somebody's got some dirt on him, and it looks like it's coming from a female. This is about Ron DeSatan. You have a channel on YouTube. Thank you for letting me know. I'll check it out. Oh, Rhonda Ruse, she's doing a little psychic reading and says, well, I'll start meeting in this community. Will become so huge. I see that. I love hanging out with you guys. It's a lot of fun. Okay. Yeah, I'll check out your channel, Fireside Psychic, and see what you're doing. We can maybe get together. What did DeSantis do now? Oh, I just thought I'd read on him. If it's not one thing, it's another. But you know what I want to... Oh, yeah, DeSatan definitely siphoned some hurricane money for his campaign. That, I don't even have to read cards on that. We're all going to be overwhelmed when all the criming comes to a head. I don't think we can be any more overwhelmed than we have been. I mean, we got through Trump, and an insurrection. Yeah, Fireside Psychic, maybe we can put something together. What I want to read on, what was it about? I want to read about whether DeSatan is going to. We're gonna wind down in about 5 minutes, but we've been on overload for a long time. Is DeSatan going to be called out for stealing money? Yes. Yes. You don't have to worry about missing the whole thing, because then I just post it and you can watch it after. We've made it through a lot. Yeah, that's true. What crime hasn't been committed by the party of fascists, of which Ron DeSatan is part of? I want to do a little bit of a reading on gun control. Are we going to see any? Because I know the University of Michigan students, they didn't want to go back to class today, and I don't blame them. And we're still positive. We need our positivity. I feel like gun reform is coming. I have strong cards about that. I mean, I can't give a time frame, but it feels like our democracy is going to start to get stronger. And then the reason we don't have... Oh, wow, Fireside Psychic just got a subscriber. Cool. Oh, by the way, subscribe to my channel, too. I always forget. This is about gun reform, and it looks like we're going to come out of this time of nothing being done. Remember, it's the POF, the party of fascists, that are the reason that too many people have guns. We've gone through a ton. Don't be so sure, coolant, that Ron DeSatan got in legitimately in terms of all the redistricting and gerrymandering and voter suppression tactics, all that, which are voter suppression tactics. I've never gotten... Oh, thank you, Fireside Psychic. From here it says 240 thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up if you can. Can we go poof to the POF? You win! Poof to the POF! I like it. No, he's not legit at all. He's not legit. No, DeSatan is not legit. Don't anybody be thinking that this is the way that most Americans are. It's just simply not true. Most Americans are damn good people. Pinocchio is changing his name to Spreading Bull. Before we go, should we read about Pinocchio? You all know who Pinocchio is, right? We have some buttes. That's what we say. We got some buttes. Nurse, why are you bringing that up again? About Ronald Reagan. I thought we had a big tantrum earlier. Wow, Fireside Psychic's getting some subscribers. Make sure you subscribe to me too. No, it's not for everybody. I don't mean it that way. It's not DeSantis. It's Pinocchio. It's not George Santos. It's Pinocchio. And Warren just renamed him. Is that a rename from Pinocchio to Standing Bull? Is that what you said? Is that what you said? Spreading Bull. We're going to read a little bit on the... Yes, I should have a class on how to heal from narcissistic abuse. That's pretty good. The Death card. This is about Pinocchio, Spreading Bull. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a matter of time. Not very much time. I mean, if you ask me the fate of George Santos, known as Pinocchio, and you get the Death card and the Hermit, what do you think? This whole session tonight has given me hope. George has a doughy countenance, such as what Jon Stewart said. Somebody didn't like the visual on that, Warren. All right, you guys, we're past the 90-minute mark, and I'm fumbling my words, so we should probably go. But I'll pull 3 cards. Piers Morgan interviewed him today. Oh gosh, I can't even. I don't think it's just me. I cannot watch shows making you feel like we were very close. I cannot watch people that lie. It's really horrible. Why are you guys all saying oh no? Because Piers Morgan interviewed him? I got a little lost. Yeah, Wednesday with Corey. Tomorrow we're gonna I'm gonna pull 3 community cards before I say good night. Remember 20 on Tuesdays. I just want to tell you guys, I have plenty of room for readings. So I'm picking 3 community cards. So 20 on Tuesdays, we do a guided meditation. Go to psychicandetdion.com to sign up to get the Zoom invite. We do it every single Tuesday. And also on Wednesday, Bridge Cape Ann with Corey. We do a weekly kind of a marathon show every week. And Grassroots of Democracy, please join us. You can go to grassrootsofdemocracy.com. There's a whole lot of information there. And there's more. Just go to my website. Things are going to be happening quickly this week. Remember, it's a balancing act. We have to take the good with the bad. Because we're not out of the woods on any of this, but it's going in the right direction. Oh, the Ronald Reagan rant was just... No, the rant was more about ageism. I just didn't like that I mentioned that Ronald Reagan wasn't good for this country, and then people started to just totally bash him. I didn't mean to go in that direction. It was my fault. But I totally ranted about ageism. Things are going to be happening really quickly this week. Remember, all the planets are direct. It's going to feel like a balancing act, like we don't know what to think. You can always go back and watch the rant. The Queen of Wands. There's a sunflower in her hand. So we're going to see something good for Ukraine. Okay. It's always a blast. I will see you soon. And thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, thanks for hitting the thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up before we go off the air here. And I'll see you really soon. You guys are awesome. I wouldn't be me without you. See you soon. Namaste.